To start off our list at number 10, we have Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection. Now, I know this game is a collection of games that came out in previous years, but it still came out this year. So technically it deserves a spot on this list since I really enjoyed the game, and I am so glad that it came out because I have not had the chance to play Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood, so this collection really came to a big surprise to me, and I really enjoyed playing the Assassin's Creed games that I missed in a remake sort of fashion. It had a makeover, looks phenomenal, and I really enjoyed it, so that's why this game is at number 10. At number 9 I have Far Cry Primal. Now this is the first game I got the chance to review on my YouTube channel, so of course this game gets a spot on my list. Not only because of that, but I really enjoyed the game, and in the review I mentioned how it was the best game at its release, and it's still one of the greatest games of the year. I really enjoyed it. I love the Primal Age step back they took for the Far Cry games. It was fun taking out mammoths, throwing your spears at animals, and the weapons were just, all the weapons were just really interesting, and they were pretty smart with how to use grenades, and then they had the owl for binoculars, so they really were pretty inventive in this game. They couldn't really do much since it's set in the Primal Age, but they managed to make the game still feel like a Far Cry game, so that was really interesting. So that's why this game is at number 9. At number 8 I have Battlefield 1. Now a lot of you guys are probably going to hate me for having this game so high on the list, but for me, I'm not much of a Battlefield fan. I really wanted to get into it. It's just not really my type of game, but it still deserves a spot on my list because it is one of the most games that we really anticipated this year and really had to be good to beat Call of Duty, and without a doubt it did beat Call of Duty. So this game without a doubt is definitely the best multiplayer game of its time, and I really did enjoy the multiplayer, and the campaign was also pretty cool but really short, but all the effort had to go somewhere, and that was the multiplayer. So they did a good decision there, putting more effort in multiplayer because it really needed it, and it was definitely much better than Hardline. They really had to improve after Hardline. They did that. So yeah guys, Battlefield 1 is number 8 on my list. I'm sorry it can't be any higher or low in this case. It's just I'm not much of a fan, but it does still deserve a spot on the list. So yeah. At number 7 we have Forza Horizon 3. Now without a doubt this is definitely the best racing game of all time in my opinion, because it was set in no other than Australia. I've been waiting a long time for a game to be set in Australia. I'm just so happy about that. But the game itself is fantastic. The driving mechanics are amazing, the racing is so good, the open worldness is amazing, and I really enjoyed the graphics. I just really enjoyed racing in the game. I cannot seem to put it down. I really enjoyed it. So guys, Forza Horizon 3 is number 7. Really enjoyed it. I do recommend it if you're a fan of racing games. And yeah, number 7 is Forza Horizon 3. At number 6 I have Watch Dogs 2. Now this game was definitely a massive improvement from what the first Watch Dogs was. They listened to us, they gave us feedback, and we gave them feedback. We really enjoyed the game, and I most certainly did. But the open world was a freaking amazing. I love hacking into stuff, some new hackable stuff here and there. I really enjoyed the campaign. The multiplayer was also pretty interesting. I really enjoyed Watch Dogs 2. I'm just upset that it didn't really get much time on the spotlight due to other games coming out around this time. But the game itself, it was really good, and it does deserve a spot on everyone's top 10 list. So number 6 for me is Watch Dogs 2. Number 5 is going to go to the PlayStation exclusive Uncharted 4. Now I didn't particularly enjoy this game as much as I thought I would, but I do see why a lot of people have it as number 1s and 2s in their list. But for me it is number 5. So the game, it was really good. The story was great. I really enjoyed it at times. It's just not my particular game. I don't really enjoy adventure games, but Uncharted 4, I do see why a lot of people like it, and the story was outstanding. The graphics were also really good. The detail was great, and of course the soundtrack. So PlayStation has a really awesome exclusive going on here, and I hope they can keep up the good work. And I know the game has ended and the story to it has finished, but they can still go on with something, because Uncharted is one hell of a great PlayStation exclusive they have here, and I just hope they can keep on the good work, because they need one strong exclusive to beat Xbox. At number 4 we have Doom. Now, a lot of people's lists have this game as their number 1, and for me it's just not my favorite game of the year, but I do see why people have it as number 1. It was really freaking fantastic, gory. It was just what people know Doom to be, and it's just, they did so well. It doesn't feel like they try to do anything out of the normal for Doom. It's really just a HD remake for what the original was, which is really what we wanted. We didn't want anything new or fancy. We just wanted to feel like we're playing the original Doom, which is what they did really well. So the multiplayer itself was actually really good. I really enjoyed it, and the campaign was really cool, and I just hope that they keep up the good work and see if they can try and make another one or something. But this one itself was really good, and I'm just glad it came out, and yeah, it's number 4 for me. And number 3 has got to go to Gears of War 4. Now, I had a lot of time trying to decide whether this game should be number 3 or number 2, but I had to give it here to number 3. Not only because was it a game that a lot of Gears of War fans didn't particularly like, but ones that I know and myself really enjoyed this one, and it got me back into the series, which was a great start for me. And I really enjoyed the multiplayer to this game. It was really fantastic, but felt cliche at times. There was just a lot of cliches in the game, but we pulled through and I really enjoyed the game. I just can't wait to see what Gears of War 5 has in store, if they're planning on making it. So yeah guys, that's my number 3 for my top 10 list. Number 2 has to go to Titanfall 2. Now, this game, I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun playing this game. I had some friends online a couple of times and we just had an absolute blast comparing Titans, telling each other what the best one is, and then telling each other the weapons and classes and all of that stuff. The new Titans, of course, they are amazing. The weapons and the special abilities are just outstanding, and is such an improvement from the first game. It definitely improved and listen to our feedback. It just deserves to be in everyone's top 5 or 10 list at a really good spot, and that's why I have it at number 2. So it was great. I loved the campaign. The campaign was actually really surprisingly good. We didn't think it would be, but it was just outstanding. And of course the multiplayer was probably the highlight of the game, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm still enjoying it to this day. So I hope this game doesn't go anywhere anytime soon, and it just keeps at it. And it was great that it had no DLC included. It was there, you buy it, and then you have the whole thing. So that is why Titanfall 2 is number 2. And finally, number 1 goes to Dark Souls 3. Now, quite a lot of you guys might disagree with me on this one, but for me, the game that I found most fun in 2016 was probably Dark Souls 3. Yes, it was insanely hard and frustrating at times, but I just really enjoyed the game, and I'm glad it came out this year. What a fantastic game. As I said, a lot of you guys may disagree with me, but I just absolutely love the game. I want to go back and play it quite a bit, because it was just so much fun. Really hard though, and it was great. And yes, and of course the game itself was great. The graphics were outstanding. The story, it was there, it was great. I didn't really particularly like the multiplayer. It was like, didn't feel like I was there, but the bosses were just outstanding, insanely challenging, but you pulled through it, and then you just felt like an absolute badass. So that's why Dark Souls 3 is my #1 game for 2016. Yes.
And so it is that Ash seeketh embers.
Wow, what a fantastic game. For me, I had never gotten to play any of the previous Uncharted's, but after playing this excellent adventure, I ran out, got the others, so sure, they all kind of smashed together in this #1 slot for this year. I'm cheating, but Uncharted 4 in particular is masterfully produced.
It's perfect. It's exactly the game I want to play. The characters are designed well. They look good. Their costumes are beautiful. The voice acting is fantastic. Their interaction is done well. The maps are well designed. The play modes are well designed. Everything about this game is just fantastic.
It's high budget, it's visually impressive action adventure platforming game. Granted, it's certainly not a flawless game.